I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah, so in short, it looks like we'll be using some of the new Goldark stuff in the Ritual Dark Magician deck. I mean, I guess it's fitting. If you didn't catch why in the last test hand, it's essentially either replacing or going to be run alongside Magician's Rod. Because honestly, for this deck, Goldark is essentially a better version of Rod. Before I explain why, I need to point out why they fill the same role in the first place. Longtime watchers know that Ritual Dark Magician's main focus is to drop Chaos Max on the opponent's draw phase while simultaneously giving us a reusable Magician of Chaos to pop our opponent's resources. This combo revolves around 3 easily searchable cards. Both Rod and Goldark's main purpose is to be the third card in the hand that gets us to Eternal Soul, but Goldark does it better for a few reasons. Let's go over them. The first and least important, it thins out the deck more, giving us around 2 to 4 searches from the deck, ending with Eternal Soul on board by having our Magician of Chaos pop our Ebon Sorcerer doing our Imp combo. You could argue that Goldark only searches for Eternal Soul if we get Magician of Chaos on board, while Rod searches for it without needing anything else. Here's my counterpoints. Most of the cards in our deck attempt to ensure we do get Magician of Chaos on board, so it'd be rare for us not to have it. And if we can't get him on board, there's no reason to search for E-Soul anyway at all. Because of how Dark Magician works as a whole, there's no single card that Rod could get us that would start any plays by itself. Dark Magician always needs at least 3 cards to do any one thing. Rod cannot get us Magician of Chaos or a Dark Magician of any kind on board by itself. Meanwhile, Goldark by itself can get us Dark Magician on board by proxy, as well as other Goldark plays if we decide to run them. To summarize, both Rod and Goldark require the other 2 combo pieces to do anything useful with Eternal Soul, but only Goldark can get us other starter plays entirely. Point 2. Goldark can potentially get us twice as many searches as Rod. Rod only searches when he's normal summoned, which only happens on our turn. Goldark gets us to Ebon Sorcerer, which searches every time he's destroyed, which can be triggered on both players' turns with Magician of Chaos's pop effect, which could snowball very quickly. Point 3, and this is a big one. We have to use our normal summon to get a search with Rod, but not with Goldark. This means 2 big things. The first big thing, we can potentially use Diviner again to boost our consistency even more. Rod would butt heads with Diviner, but Goldark doesn't have to. Sark would only need our normal summon if we summon Tricolor Gadget to search for it, which we might not even need to run at all. We could just stick with Goldark and Ebon Sorcerer if we want. The second big thing, if we use both Rod and Goldark, we can get 2 Dark Magician spell or trap searches in one turn. And since I only just now got the chance to test these things out, there might be a lot more to figure out still. But as of right now, I do think we'll be playing some of the Goldark stuff in the Ritual Dark Magician deck when it eventually comes to the TCG. Special thanks to these amazing YouTube members that stuck around even though I haven't been able to upload much recently. Things are still pretty hectic in real life, but I'll still keep trying to make new content when I can. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.